Hello everyone! Welcome to my first official video. And to start things off, I'm going to be complaining about AI generated images in the Proxy community of Magic the Gathering. So buckle up. We've all seen the mind-blowing images that AI art can create. It's neat. Like, I would be lying if I said that I don't think that some of them are pretty cool looking. However, you have to think about the ethics behind how those machines, they're not machines, how that software, the like Midjourney, was trained. They were trained by scraping the internet, scraping DeviantArt, getting all of these images offline, and then feeding it into the thing to learn how to recreate those, and then spitting it back out. That's the short of it. The unethical part of this is that the vast majority of these images were taken and used without the artist's permission. Just because you find something on Google does not mean that it is just free to use. And these AI generating softwares and websites, they're not following like free use laws or parody laws. They're trying to replicate artists' styles, like specific artists' styles. There was an entire list of artists whose images were scraped, that like you can like type in, be like, I want my artwork to look like XYZ artist. And there was a whole list of artists whose portfolios were taken and scraped and used to train these. So that is the unethical part of AI generation images because of the lack of consent for training the models. Now, it has started to come into the Magic community where people are using AI generated images to create proxy cards. There's going to be a whole nother video on the difference between proxies, playtests, and counterfeit cards. But we're just going to focus on proxies for now. People are taking AI generated images, slapping them onto very poorly made borders, if that, and selling them as proxies. One, there's a lot of IP issues for Magic that is going to be an issue here, right? Like, Oracle text is just name for name. We've got main character names that are being used and just slapped on and being sold. That's WotC's own problem to take care of, which they do crack down on proxy makers that violate their IPs. They even had like a whole proxy making website that was taken down a couple of years ago because people were using it to make proxies and sell them. So like WotC will protect their own IPs, which, call me a bootlicker if you want to, I support. WotC, Disney, whatever, these larger companies have the wallets to go after and take people to court for violating IP infringement and copyright infringement, which in turn helps us smaller artists protect ourselves because we might not have the wallets to go and fight that. So like letting larger companies fight those battles to protect artist rights, I'm okay with. If you want to get playtest cards, proxy cards, for your collection, go for it. Absolutely do it. There are numerous ethical proxy playtest card makers. My favorite one is the Proxy guy. I have a few proxies from him for my commander decks, mostly the dual lands and some of the higher power cards that I can't afford, like Mox Diamond and Mana Vault and stuff like that. However, his proxies are done by commissioning artists to do it and creating the border and the back of the cards by himself. Here are two examples of the Proxy guy's playtest cards. If you look, there are no IPs from Wizards of the Coast. Twister, that is a generic word. There is no mana cost, no mana symbols, and no Oracle text. The back is his own design and his back. And then this QR code right here, this QR code right here in the corner will lead you to scryfall.com for Time Twister if you needed to look up the Oracle text. So the artwork on this was done by A. Lundell, and then the artwork on the wheel was done by Josiah Cameron. Not only does the Proxy guy follow all things to make them IP infringement free, he also still credits the artists. By supporting these creators like the Proxy guy, you're sending a message that you would rather be playing with human-made artwork designed by people who are passionate about the game itself rather than people who are just trying to make a quick buck. And that is really important because Magic the Gathering is literally about the gathering. It is about the community. And without the amazing art that Magic has, that Wizards produces, there has come so many people who grow up aspiring to have their work on a Magic card. Being a fantasy artist, working for Wizards of the Coast, or getting your artwork on Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons is like a dream for a lot of people. And having creators like the Proxy guy using a middle ground for commissioning work for these playtest cards is a great stepping stone for these artists to be able to add that into their portfolio, showing that they can produce quality artwork in a small scale that is still readable. It's great. Like, fostering this community and supporting artists and supporting creators who support human artists is great. I don't think that AI generated images are going anywhere. I think that now that we have opened this can of worms, it is something that is here to stay. But I don't think that it should replace human creativity, especially as a community as rich as Magic the Gathering that is built on supporting others. Let's keep art human and the competition fair instead of just churning out AI-generated images and slapping them on to cardboard. It is what keeps passion burning for our game and for our community. That is my rant. Thank you for listening. Please tell me, what are your thoughts on AI-generated images? And if you want, you can tell me your thoughts on proxies, because I'll use those thoughts for an upcoming video. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.